Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Chicago Bears. The excitement level around here at a fever pitch as we're underway in the 2020 NFC Championship game. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Mike spot 4.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Let's go.
Here's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. A first down carry for Davis. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
On second down, Davis. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On first down, Davis. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Blue, blue, blue.
Right there. 54.
Hey, Charlie.
54, Mike.
They gonna need help.
Now Trubisky. Dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Mike spot 4. Rip right, rip right. Hey, watch it, watch it.
18, 18. Red, up.
Throwing again on second down. Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Hey, ball.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. Eluding the pressure. Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
No chance. No chance.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's see what you got.
Now it's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Check 52.
Got it.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
25.
Check. 59.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
Well, it's just been an aerial attack all the way downfield, and they're putting it to the defense in a big way right now. What do you think, partner? Do you now run the football? Because they're in a pretty good spot already at the outer edges of the field goal.
But, like you always tell me, you're still far enough away from the... Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Check 50. Check 50.
25.
Check 25.
On 1st and goal, they'll try to... Now the ball comes loose. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Slam.
19.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Wilson's pass. Incomplete. Out of the end zone.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. And Myers able to knock it through. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Switch.
Alert! Red, touch!
Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
What we got?
This is Davis. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Here's Trubisky to throw. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And it won't be a pick 6, but he will have his guys set up at the 2-yard line. Jennings was the one he was looking for. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
And I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allowed them.
And he will fight his way in, not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Bears have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Back. Play out.
Watch safety creep.
Zebra.
Safety's creeping.
They begin with a run by Penny, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will...
And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Williams.
Complete to Terrence Williams. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Good job right there. Slow. No.
Now Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Wilson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. God knows, Randy. Mike's 59. It's out time.
To throw again is Wilson. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he...
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 10-7. This will be fielded at the 8. Patterson, 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. That a 92-yard kick return. And the Bears have once again taken the lead.
Points count the same no matter who scores them, but it feels like there's something extra when you get them the non-traditional way. From your special teams, an extra bounce for your squad.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Check 59. Good check. Good check. 59. Hey, get away.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Wilson now, going to throw again. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 42.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Well, 58 is the mic. It's a party now. Friday.
From the gun, a give to Penny. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53.
Mike, 58, right there. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 58's the mic. Touch 50. Switch up. 58, boys, 58.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Alert 3. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Pick it up, guys, pick it up.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here we go.
At their own 13-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check pass.
Trubisky will throw. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Davis now. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 31 yards there and a first down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
A gain of 30. First down, Seattle.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Dixon, incomplete. Coverage on the play by Kyle Fuller.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
A 45-yard attempt.
And Myers winds up yanking it. This is no good. Wide to the left. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw is Wilson. Operating from the gun. Open man, it's Vanette. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Wilson to throw again. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Seahawks, first down.
Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. He's got his man here. It's Gary Jennings Jr. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, we've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field. Take away the physical element, gives you a chance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, he'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. Steps away to his left. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
That's what I do. Check 26, check 26. Check. Lucky. Hey, ball.
They'll run with Davis. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
You better be afraid of me.
Lock in, lock in.
Be afraid of me.
Now Trubisky. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Check your hot read. Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
Here's Davis running right, and he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Big Al Woods there to make the tackle.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
It's been a long day for you.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight. Lock in, lock in. Check.
They'll run it again here with Davis. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm coming up to you.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Burton. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Ready? 18.
They'll run with Davis. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
180. Mike 54. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
On second down and 4, Trubisky flush to his right, and that is incomplete here.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, but frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Now it's Davis. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
I got you, boy. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
That's caught out right by Jennings. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Complete to Gary Jennings. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Watch the right. Hey. 59 mark, 59.
Now Wilson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Get ready.
At their own 37-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Davis. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Pass from Trubisky taken in by Gabriel. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
You better bring it. SOS.
6 guard. Check 6 guard. Check. Alert. Crouch. Tighten up. Alert.
Here's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Mike's 50. Hey, here I come.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. That
play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down, Seattle.
What? 280. 59. Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Shit.
Penny, a first down carry. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
4 receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. Now it's Wilson. And that's incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Wilson now, operating from the gun. That's complete, right around the 8. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing is Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. They'll look to throw. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. Who's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
It's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he was kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
That's it, baby. We got work.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Set up. 180. 54 Mike. Here we go. Here we go.
And they will take a knee here.
Trubisky on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 31-yard line.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Trubisky on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year? Only time will tell. But they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.